guys, it's Mel. I am back with another video and I'm here joined today by a very special guest. Hannah, look up here. Look up here. Say hi. Yeah, she looks pretty unimpressed. Sorry, guys. She decided to keep me company. So I am here to do, if you can tell by all the packaging whatnots there, I'm here to do an empties video or a what I'm melting video or whatever you want to call it. I will try to come up with something creative. Hopefully, probably not, but I had done one of these months ago, and after I did the video, I continued to save all of my empties for a time, but I was really trying to decide whether I wanted to do a second or any other subsequent videos about what I'm melting. I don't know. I just felt like nobody was going to ever watch them. But the last couple, and then, so what finally made up my mind is that my fiance, ouch, oh, darn it. Sorry, the kitten just like, launched himself around my leg. Are you gonna stop? Okay. Wow, sorry, he needs a nail trim. So my fiance thought he was being really helpful, and and it was my fault. I had been throwing all my empty wrappers and scent shots and whatnots in a plastic bag, and he thought he was being really helpful when he was taking out the trash one day, and he chucked all of my empty wrappers and such. So that pretty much, and again, you know, they look like trash. They were trash, so I wasn't angry with him, but it kind of made up my mind that I was not going to do another one of those videos. However, the last few weeks I've had a couple comments, people asking to see these types of videos, so I'll give it another go. I have just recently started to collecting the extras again. I had my extra Lush box here from my Lush order, and I've just been trying to remember, and remembering's key, to throw all my empties in this container like so when I remember to. So this, what's on the table here, that's about a week's worth, give or take, because I have some that I haven't emptied the bag, so I'm not going to do a review until I've finished emptying the bag or the clamshell or whatever I was melting. And then also I really, you know, trash is trash and throw it away. So it took me a couple days to really get in the habit of not throwing away the wrappers and saving them so I could talk to all of you. And what I've been doing is, as I melt something that I have an empty wrapper for, I just put notes about how the throw was, where I melted it, and just initial thoughts about the fragrance itself. I might have to put the kitten away because he is tearing up the house. So, don't have this in any sort of order. And I'm sorry I'm all over the place. Let me just go ahead and get started. So, first up is, let's focus, Sassy Girl Aroma. This was a sample she provided to me in peppermint meringue. So I had this melting in my bedroom warmer, which I believe is a 20 watt hot plate. This was a nice sweet peppermint. It's definitely heavier on the peppermint than on the sweetness. But it was in general a really nice throw. I like mint. I don't like overly strong mint, so the fact that it had a medium throw and a 20 watt in my bedroom was perfect. It wasn't too little and it wasn't too much, so this was a good scent. Okay, Dessa's in homespun, Dessa's homespun Dessa's homespun scents in ginger appletini. I melted this in the bedroom warmer last night. Now I did recently just actually, I think last night was the first night I put a 24 watt in the bedroom. This, as I found with all of Dessa's blends, was so flippin' strong. It was so good. It was a nice green apple with a light ginger note. Not really an effervescent note that I could tell, but definitely no alcohol note, which I prefer, but it was strong. And I have been delighted with how well Dessa's wax throws. Okay, next one is Rainbow Melts, and this is in Blueberry Butterbrickle Bread. I have to find my note here on this. I should have probably put these in alphabetical order. All right, so I rated this as a strong, strong, strong. Oh, and I remember I was melting this. We had friends coming over, just who were obsessed with The Walking Dead, and our friends were coming over to watch Walking Dead with us. And my friend walked in the house, and the first thing, she said hello, and then right after that, she said, "Your house always smells so good." So it was very strong. Rainbow Melts, I can't remember what her name is right now, but they have the best blueberry. It is fantastic. I got mainly blueberry. I did get a slight bakery note, but it wasn't like a scent I normally associate with Butterbrickle, and I love Butterbrickle, so I know me some Butterbrickle. I didn't really get that. It was just a light bakery, but that blueberry, it doesn't matter. I just want to keep ordering her stuff in blueberry. It's great. Okay. And we have another Dessa's, and this, sorry, I know you can read that, but here we go. This is in Sparkling Spritzer. I was just finding my note. So I just want to show you what I put on here. Strong, how many exclamation points is that? This is ginger ale with a light citrus note. The night I melted this, I put it in the downstairs warmer. It's our 24-watt hot plate warmer. And I put it in, and I immediately went upstairs to take a bath, and I closed the door. And if you've seen some of my other videos, I really love, oh, damn it, sorry. Excuse my language. Kitten just jumped from the floor up onto my shoulders. Ow. He is in a mood tonight. So I use Lush products. So I was taking a really luxurious Lush bath. I had a bath melt. I had a bubble bar. I had a bath bomb. I had the whole works. And I was using a sugar scrub from a different vendor. I had the whole works. So I could not smell a darn thing in that bathroom. I opened the door when I was finished my bath, and I was just smacked in the face by this scent. And I was upstairs. It had traveled throughout the entire house. I am in love with this scent. Go to her Etsy page. I think she's Etsy, and order some of this. It rocks. It is the best. Even if you're not a big soda person, if you're not a big sweetness, it is fantastic. And on second thought, I could have probably just melted half of that and would have been fine. Oh boy. Maybe this wasn't the best thing. So this is my little iPad notes because I'm trying to scroll to find everything. So this is in Melt My Heart charts. This is caramel, praline, vanilla waffles. So this is a really yummy scent. It's a great, great blend. It smells delicious. The throw wasn't that great, to be honest. I had it in our kitchen living room space and on my 24-watt hot plate. And it had a great scent, but it just didn't, it filled the kitchen, but it didn't fill the living room. And normally if I'm melting one with a medium to strong throw, it fills both rooms. But it wasn't a problem because, again, it was such an awesome blend. I would totally order it again. My fiance kept going into the kitchen and just standing over the warmer and inhaling it. He kept just commenting how great it smelled, and it did. It was an awesome blend. So not a huge throw. And I don't blame that on the vendor's wax. I think sometimes it takes practice to figure out what technique works best with a particular vendor's wax, and that's why I really recommend you follow the vendor's recommendation about what type of warmer to use. I don't usually get anything wrong on my 24-watt. You know, it's just kind of a workhorse warmer that throws, if the wax is good, it throws well. But I might have put too much in it. It might have needed a different type of warmer. I'm not sure. I'm still experimenting with what Melt My Heart tarts. But the blend smelled yummy. Okay. Now we have BZ tarts. And this is in Coconut Lime Verbena. It's a Bath & Body Works dupe. So I had this in the bedroom warmer, which at the time was a 20-watt. It smelled awesome, but I've tried other BZ tarts and like mainly his bakery stuff, and it is a strong, 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 strong throw on almost every single bakery I've melted from BZ tarts from him. But this one was pretty light. So I said it was a light throw in my 20 watt warmer, but my bedroom's kind of a small space. So usually I do okay on the lower watt warmer. But that is why I put a 24 watt in there, just to see if that helps with any these things I rate as light scent. It was pretty light. I know this is a great vendor. I've had awesome blends from him before, mainly in bakery. So I think either I messed up and I should have used this in a higher watt warmer, or maybe it was just a lighter blend. It smelled yummy regardless. Okay, this is another Melt My Heart Tarts, and this is in Blueberry Cheesecake Noel. So I I melted this in my 24 watt in the kitchen living room area, and it had a medium to strong throw in my 24 watt warmer. It was a great blueberry. It had a very, very light bakery note. I didn't get much of the cheesecake. I didn't get almost any of the vanilla bean Noel, but it was enough that it was enough richness to boost up the blueberry. So it was all in all a very good blend. My fiance loved this blend. He commented on it several times, and he does not generally get excited about fruity blends. So that should tell you something. All right, getting through it. So of course I have to have a Super Tarts. This is in Magically Delicious, which is like a marshmallow cereal, marshmallow and cereal. Well, you know, it's based off of Lucky Charms cereal, and it has a light lemon note. It's awesome. It is a super, super yummy blend. And it threw very strong in my main 24 watt warmer in the living room and in the kitchen. So my fiance he smelled this on cold, and he was like, he kind of made a face and like he didn't like it. And then about an hour or two later, after I'd thrown it on the warmer, he's like, boy, it smells good in here. I'm like, that's the one you made a face at. So he didn't like it on cold, loved it on warm, which just tells you sometimes what you smell on cold is not what it's going to be. Stop. Oh my God, the cats are just like beating me up tonight. And I got one biting me. Love bites, not being mean, but you never know what something's going to smell. Even if you don't like it on cold, still stick it on the warmer, because you never know how it's going to smell on warm. That's what I was trying to get at. Okay, so now into my little baggies. All right, 10-digit creations in lemon mint. This was a good medium throw. I was actually surprised that it wasn't a strong throw, as most of theirs are, but at the time it was in a 20 watt warmer. It was in a Glade warmer, which I think is 20 watt. So that could be why. It was a very sweet lemon, which with just a very tiniest touch of mint, which is perfect. It is the perfect blend I like for a bedroom blend. Just slightly fruity, slightly minty, not overly strong. It's perfect for the bedroom, and this one is going to rock it to my must reorder list. I might get a 6-pack in that. It was very good. When I'm off my wax ban, because I have banned myself. All right, so this one, another Sassy Girl Aroma, Cider Lane. So my fiance melted this one. He has his own warmer, and he tends to melt the stuff I don't like, or I'm not a huge fan of, I should say. It was a really spicy apple cider. I did go in the room and smell it, because, you know, these are my opinions, not his. And it was a very strong apple smell with a touch of spice. Very good. He loved it. And again, he's not a big fruit person. He likes the spice though. So the fact that he loved it, good indication. All right, so another 10-digit creations in Twisted Cranberry. I also melted this in the bedroom. Did I? No, I didn't. Actually, let me come back to that. That's right, I remember why I used that. I'll explain that one. I'll get back to it, don't worry. This is Sassy Girl Aroma in Wildberry Zucchini Cheesecake. I'm just looking for my description, which apparently I did not write down. Awesome. I don't remember what the throw is, to be honest. It smells awesome. It smells like wild berry. You get the cheesecake notes and you also get creamy zucchini notes. It's very good. I don't remember what the throw is. Most likely I melted this on the 24 watt down in the kitchen and living room as I normally do with Sassy Girl. And it probably threw anywhere from medium to a strong. I don't recall ever getting a light. Probably the lightest one I smelled was that peppermint meringue. Maybe another one, I'm not sure. But so I would guess that's probably at the very least a medium. Okay, this is Haley's Heavenly Scents and Butter Pecan Ice Cream. I'm trying to find it. All right, so I had this in the living room, kitchen area in the 24 watt warmer. It had a medium to strong throw. It was more sweet than rich and buttery, but it had this depth, and it also had this kind of sharp note that I could not identify. And this was like a 4-pack. I melted 2, not all in the same day, but I melted 2, and then my fiance melted 2. And we both said it had this like sharp note. Neither one of us could recognize what it was, could identify it. But all in all, this was a great scent. I think what I need to do is place another order with Haley's Heavenly Scents and get more bakery scents. And because when I ordered, I got a ton of fruity because I was still learning my taste. All right, I am down to just a couple of Tiffany candles. This is in lemon cheesecake. I had this in the 20 watt in the bedroom. It had a nice medium throw. Not overly strong, but it threw 4 hours. I was working from home the day I melted this, the last tart I had in this, and I put it on maybe like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, and it went until dinner time. And I remember I finally turned the warmer off. I mean, it threw all day long. It was a sugary lemon smell, and with just a very light bakery note. Should have gotten a drink. Water. All right, Kay's Creations. This is in Perk Up. This was a medium, and I think it was a 4-pack, maybe a 6-pack of tarts. This had a medium to strong throw. It was a great, great, great black, bold coffee. When I ordered from Kay's, I had also gotten some it was called Sweet Bessie. It was a sweet milk or sweetened condensed milk, something like that. I melted this the first few times with that Sweet Bessie. And then the last few my fiance melted. And I kept going into where he has his warmer and just inhaling. It is the darkest, richest coffee scent you'd ever want. So fantastic. Okay, then we have Sniff My Tarts. And this is in Birthday Cake, Toasted Marshmallow, Blackberry Jam Cookies. So this is a medium to strong throw. One thing I'm going to say, which I remembered when I'm going over this because I was telling my fiance about it, is if a vendor's wax doesn't throw well, don't give up. Try different options, try it in different warmers. That's why it's always a good idea to have several warmers. Maybe a tea light warmer works better. I don't have one of those, but I try it in a 20 watt in a small space, 24 watt in a big space, 24 watt in a small space. Just try it around, and also try different quantities of wax. So he wanted to melt something from Sniff My Tarts, and he took an entire chunk, which was like boom, boom. I mean, it was probably 2 inches across, 2 inches tall, or 2 inches across each part of the square, and then an inch thick. And he wanted to throw the whole thing in his bulb warmer, which now he has a 24 watt. Thank you very much. And I'm like, you can't put that much in. It was way too much. And that's because if you overcrowd the warmer, even if you have a really powerful warmer, you're not giving the warmer enough time to really heat through the wax and heat up that fragrance oil. And that is going to affect your throw. And sure enough, like, he was melting something from Sniff My Tarts and it had no throw. So what we did is we poured out, because we had to waste it at that point, poured out about half of the chunk and then put the rest back on the warmer. And all of a sudden, that throw was really strong. So that just reminded me of that. This was great. It was a good medium to strong. It had an awesome, awesome blend. I love blackberries. Love them. I need to order more blends with blackberry. And again, I even had the note here. That's funny. Don't overload the warmer, because he was melting, and I didn't get the wrapper off of him. It was like a carrot cake. Something with carrot cake. Once he reduced the amount in the warmer, it was great. Okay. Last few. And I was saving this one. There's a story to this. So I'm not a negative person at all. So I'm going to preface this by saying that Wilma here, they make some of the best smelling, most affordable wax, period, hands down. I have been so, so pleased with my order from Wilma Handmade. However, Reizu cream, which I have searched on Google, and the closest I can find is some Asian food dishes like rice omelets. I think it was, I don't exactly remember what it was, but some sort of egg dishes with Reizu cream, or like a rice cream maybe. I don't know if that's what this is. This was horrible. Now, again, it threw really well. It was absolutely like knock your socks off strong in my 24-watt living kitchen room area. It threw like a bloody champ. But the smell was terrible. It was so wrong for my nose. You might love this. I don't know. I love everything else I've melted from Wilma, but this, and I chose the scent. So I have no one to blame but myself. You can't blame the wax, because it threw really strong. And it would have thrown for a long while had I not, like, I had to get rid of it. And I don't think I've ever really given up on a scent, but it was melting maybe half an hour, and it was in the entire house. It was upstairs, it was in the basement, it was throughout the main floor. I touched it and it got my hand, and I had to like wash my hands 3 times. So when I'm telling you it was strong, order from Wilma. It's fantastic. Just order in scents you're gonna like. We could not identify this. So if anybody has any insight into what this was, please let me know. Not the right scent for me at all. But again, it's not the quality of the wax. It was my scent choice. Not again. So I melted this to get rid of the scent of that Reizu cream or whatever it is. This is Twisted Cranberry, and it had a good medium to strong throw within minutes. It was like the classic tart cranberry smell, but it also had very much of a sweetness to it. I had really meant to blend this with something else. I think like half of it with cornbread and half with something else. I don't even remember at this point, but I had to get that scent out of the house of that Reizu cream. I had to get it out. So I melted this. But again, that Reizu cream had nothing to do with the vendor. Because let me tell you, here is one of my top 2 favorites of the last week. This is Creamy Kiwi, and this is my blend, or my uncreative blend maybe, of Got Milk and Kiwi. It's awesome. I actually have one. I have it going in the melter right now. It's the picture you saw when you first started up this video. It is fantastic. It is a strong throw. It starts throwing within minutes of putting it on the warmer, and it will throw all night long. So I really wanted to emphasize how much I enjoy Wilma. I will be placing another order. Maybe once I get off my wax ban, she'll be one of the first I place with again. Fantastic. So she's one of my top 2 favorites of this week. And my other favorite is Sassy Girl Aroma and Butterbrickle Latte. Now, I actually have 2 full bags. I actually have a bag over here. I have a video. I don't know if I'm going to have it up when I put this one up, but where I cut up my big loaf in this. But you can see I have a whole nother full bag up here. We have been melting so much of it. Unfortunately, and I would probably melt it every single day if I could. But since I'm doing these videos, I was trying to melt a whole variety, but I love it. It is so warm and inviting and rich and coffee and sweet and buttery. I love it, love it, love it. So these 2 are definitely my top favorites. So please, understand that I don't pick the best scent sometimes. And this was a matter of picking the wrong scent for me. It had nothing to do with the vendor. Please go check out her website. You are going to be so impressed. And again, try out Sassy Girl. They are my tops. All right, guys, that was a lot longer than I intended. Lots of cat craziness, but I will be back soon. Take care of yourselves and talk to you later.